As people age, they change in appearance or pace and accumulate experience, wisdom, and an incredible ability to adapt. You have gone through the ups and downs of life and faced challenges that the younger generation may not even fathom. You have learned to rise after setbacks, recognize the true values of life, and understand who is trustworthy. Yet, as you enter old age, society's perception of you shifts. People judge you not only by your age, but also by the questions they ask. Questions that may seem harmless, yet are filled with hidden implications. Some questions stem from curiosity, while others are intrusive, testing your patience and self-respect. They are not just for casual conversation. They sometimes serve as subtle traps designed to manipulate your thoughts or extract information. If you answer, you may face judgment, be taken advantage of, or be uncomfortable. People might label you as difficult or aloof if you refuse to respond. But what is the reality? You are reclaiming control over yourself, refusing to let others impose their thoughts upon you. As you grow older, the most important thing is not pleasing everyone, but learning to stand your ground. The coldness here is not about being rude or indifferent, but rather about maintaining a firm attitude, knowing your boundaries, and not allowing others to easily interfere in your private life. You do not need to justify your choices or explain things you do not wish to share. Some aspects of life do not need to be spoken about, and sometimes silence is the most powerful response. There are 7 questions you should never answer as you age, not because you are afraid, but because they are simply not worth your concern. Keeping a part of your life private helps you avoid unnecessary trouble and affirms your self-worth. You truly take control of your life when you stop answering questions that do not deserve your attention. Question number 1. Be honest. How old are you? At first glance, this may seem like an innocent question, just a casual way to spark conversation. However, beneath the surface lies an entire system of invisible biases. In many cultures, age is not just a number. It plays a significant role in shaping how others perceive and treat you. The moment you reveal your age, assumptions begin to form in the other person's mind. They may subconsciously categorize you. If you're older, they might assume you're no longer sharp, resistant to new ideas, or incapable of contributing valuable insights. Some may even see you as an outsider whose opinions are no longer relevant in discussions or decision-making. Worse still, some may stop listening to you simply because they equate age as outdated. But what is the truth? Age does not define intelligence, experience, or adaptability. Some young people lack life experience, while many older individuals remain sharp, flexible, and eager to learn. So, what is the smartest way to respond to this question? Refuse to let a number define you. There's no need to lie or feel uncomfortable. Just smile and reply with a subtle yet meaningful answer. Old enough to understand what truly matters in life. This response preserves your privacy and sends a powerful message that age is not the sole measure of a person's worth. Question number 2. Are you dating anyone? At first, this may seem like a casual question, just an expression of curiosity or concern. However, beneath it lies a web of societal expectations and biases. When a young person is asked this, it might be playful or well-intended. But when you're older, the question often takes on a different tone. It's no longer just about your relationship status, but also a subtle judgment on how you live your life. If you answer yes, you might face skeptical looks. Isn't it too soon? Shouldn't you be focusing on your children or grandchildren? Or worse, some might think that love at this stage is unnecessary, as if an older person no longer has the right to feel excitement, companionship, or romance. On the other hand, if you answer no, the response might be one of pity. Oh, you must be lonely. They may assume that you must feel incomplete or unfulfilled without a romantic partner. But what is the truth? The truth is that happiness is not defined by whether or not you have someone by your side. You are neither too old to fall in love again, nor obligated to justify your desire for companionship. And if you choose to enjoy life alone, that doesn't mean you are lacking or lonely. Sometimes, freedom and inner peace are the most valuable things. So, how can you respond wisely? Instead of falling into the trap of judgment or pity, simply smile with confidence and say, "My life is wonderful." This response helps you avoid unnecessary conversations and asserts that you are in control of your happiness, without letting anyone else define its worth. Question number 3. Why don't you help out more? As people grow older, there is often an unspoken assumption that they have plenty of free time and should use it to help others. Some may expect you to babysit grandchildren, run errands, take care of household chores, or always be available whenever they need assistance. If you decline, you might receive disapproving looks, subtle remarks about having too much free time, or even guilt-tripping comments like, "Don't you want to help your family?" But what is the truth? You don't owe anyone your time. You have worked hard and dedicated yourself to your career, family, and society. You have raised children, cared for your parents, looked after those around you, and made sacrifices to ensure everything ran smoothly. As you enter this new phase of life, you have every right to enjoy your time, without having to justify it or feel guilty. Old age is not a lifelong sentence of labor. It doesn't mean you must continue carrying others' responsibilities because you supposedly have free time. If you choose to help, that is not an obligation. You can spend time on personal interests, traveling, learning new things, or relaxing without feeling pressured. So, what is the best way to respond to this question? Smile and reply gently but firmly. "I'm enjoying my time in my way." This response is both polite and assertive, making it clear that you are living life on your own terms, free from imposed expectations. And most importantly, you deserve it. Question number 4. What's the worst thing you've ever done? At first, this question might seem like harmless curiosity, an invitation to share a story from your past. But in reality, this is rarely a casual or innocent question. More often than not, it carries an undertone of judgment. People have a strange instinct. They enjoy hearing about others' mistakes and missteps, but they don't always listen to understand or empathize. Sometimes, they remember your words only to judge, gossip, or even use them against you at a later time. Once you reveal something, it can be twisted, exaggerated, or turned into a topic of conversation behind your back. Everyone has made mistakes, taken wrong turns, and had moments they're not proud of. That's part of being human. It's part of learning and growing. But what truly matters isn't the mistakes themselves. It's how you've overcome them and who you've become because of them. You are not obligated to revisit old memories to satisfy someone else's curiosity. The past is the past, not because you fear it or want to avoid it, but because it no longer defines who you are today. So what's the best way to respond to this question? Stay composed and reply with a calm but firm answer. I have many stories, but some things are best left in the past. This response maintains your privacy while also showing wisdom and experience. You're not denying your past, but you're also not allowing it to become a tool for others to manipulate or judge you. You are who you are now, not the mistakes you once made. Question number 5. How much money have you saved? This is never just an innocent or casual question. There are always underlying intentions behind it. The moment someone learns about your financial situation, whether you have a little or a lot, they begin calculating ways to benefit from that information. At first, they may ask with apparent concern, casually bringing up the topic as if by accident. But over time, the question stops being mere curiosity. They start forming expectations, making comparisons, and even adjusting their behavior based on your answer. Before you realize it, you may have unknowingly become their bank, a source they can turn to when they need financial help, with no real obligation to repay. If you say you don't have much money, they may pity you, viewing you as unfortunate or financially irresponsible. But if you reveal that you have money, the situation changes entirely. Suddenly, envy, expectations, and even manipulation can come into play. Some people may try to borrow money with promises of repayment, but somehow, those promises often turn into empty words. And if you help once, they will return repeatedly, as if your money is their entitlement. But what is the reality? Your wealth, large or small, results from years of hard work, saving, wise decisions, and sacrifices that only you truly understand. No one, not even close family or friends, has the right to impose financial obligations on you. So what is the best way to respond to this question? Say nothing. Smile, change the subject, or gracefully deflect. Keeping your financial situation private is your best defense against unnecessary expectations and hidden agendas. The fewer people know about your money, the less likely they will exploit it. Question number 6. Who will inherit your assets? This is not just a question of curiosity. It carries undertones of calculation and control. When someone asks this, they are rarely concerned about your true wishes or the values you hold dear. More often than not, the real motivation is personal gain. At first, the question may seem harmless, disguised as a casual discussion about future plans. But don't be mistaken. They are not asking out of concern for you. They want to know if they are included in your will. And if they discover they are not, their behavior may change immediately. Initially, they might show unusual care, calling more often, visiting unexpectedly, bringing gifts, or showering you with kind words. But this affection isn't necessarily genuine. It's more like an investment, an attempt to secure a future financial benefit. The shift in attitude is even more telling when they realize they are not in your inheritance plans. Sweet words can disappear just as quickly as they appear. They may become distant, indifferent, or even resentful. This is why your wealth should be distributed according to your values and wishes, not based on the expectations or pressures of others. So, what's the best way to answer this question? Don't reveal any details. Don't explain. Don't allow anyone to manipulate you. The less people know about your financial plans, the less they can take advantage of you. Your will is not a discussion topic. It is your decision and yours alone. Question number 7. Why don't your children visit you more often? At first, this may seem like an innocent question meant to show concern. But more often than not, it carries an underlying tone of judgment. This question acts as a psychological trap, planting doubt in your mind. It may make you question yourself. Did I do something wrong? Was I not a good parent? Do my children no longer appreciate me? But what is the truth? Every family has its own story and its own complexities that outsiders cannot fully understand. Some children remain devoted and stay close to their parents, while others grow distant. Sometimes distance is simply a natural part of modern life. Children have jobs, families, and responsibilities that don't always allow them to be present as often as they'd like. In other cases, distance is a choice, a painful reality that some children grow up and forget those who once sacrificed everything for them. Regardless of the reason, you do not need to explain it to anyone. No one has the right to judge a relationship they do not truly understand. Those who ask this question may be merely curious, but they may also be trying to stir up feelings of guilt or provoke negative thoughts in you. And if you try to explain, you may only give them more reason to judge. So, how should you respond to this question? Don't justify or explain. Keep your response short and confident, and redirect the conversation. You can simply say, "Every family has its way of living," or My children and I have our own way of staying connected. There's no need to go into details or make others understand. Your life is yours, and your family relationships are not for others to question or judge. Entering old age does not mean engaging in every argument or responding to every question thrown your way. The key is not proving yourself to everyone, but knowing which battles are worth fighting and which should be met with silence. Some questions are not as innocent as they seem. They are designed to manipulate your emotions, stir up doubt, reopen old wounds, or push you into a position where you need to justify yourself. But the truth is, you are not obligated to answer them. Silence is not a sign of weakness, but a mark of wisdom and strength. You protect your peace when you choose not to respond to manipulative questions. Old age is not a time to seek approval from everyone or live according to others' expectations. It is a time to live the way you want, to value yourself, and to set clear boundaries. Not everyone deserves an explanation, and not every question deserves an answer. So, listen more, but choose carefully what you respond to. Stand firm in your beliefs, protect your tranquility, and never allow anyone to make you doubt your worth. Peace is priceless. Once lost, it is difficult to regain. It cannot be bought with money, nor is it something others can grant you. True peace comes from within, from the stillness of your soul, from the ability to let go of what is unnecessary and refuse to be drawn into meaningless conflicts. But in life, there will always be those who try to disrupt that peace with loaded questions, unnecessary curiosity, and judgments you never asked for. They may attempt to make you doubt yourself, push you to react, or drag you into endless debates. And in those moments, silence becomes your most powerful weapon. You do not always need to explain, argue, or prove anything. Silence is not weakness. It is control and intelligence. When you choose silence in the face of things that do not deserve your energy, you are preserving your inner strength, protecting your peace, and drawing a clear boundary between you and negativity. So, do not let anyone steal your peace. Cherish it, guard it, and sometimes let your silence speak for you.